Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. And guess what? It is now the year 2018. And I'm celebrating with some brand new cases that just came out this year. Can you believe it? 2018, and you're already hearing about cases of people disappearing in national parks. One, for instance, is the very first video I'm going to talk about. It happened a couple days ago on the 5th, and another one that happened on the 2nd of this year. One, of course, happened in the mecca of all park disappearances in Yosemite National Park. Not Yosemite, but Yosemite. And I am going to get right to it. But first, guess what? Another case popped up about a foot. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, a foot that washed up on a beach in British Columbia, and I'm gonna get into that one as well. That's another short case. But anyway, I'm gonna get right to it. Now, this is a story about a man that disappeared in January of this year. This month, on the 5th, going into Yosemite National Park. Like I said before. Now, this one it just happened, so there's not too much to go by, but it still makes you think about what could have happened to this man. Now, it starts off by saying, man reported missing in Yosemite. Officials in Yosemite National Park are searching for a man reported missing in the park. Max L. Schweitzer. Schweitzer's rental car was found at the Camp 4 parking lot on Friday on January 5th after it was reported overdue by the rental agency. Now, Max is a 41-year-old white male with brown hair and blue eyes, 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighs up to about 185 pounds, right up there where I am. Now, the description of clothing or gear, direction of travel, or city of residence has not been provided at this time. Anyone with information regarding Max is asked to call 209-379-1992. That's 1992. Okay? And very, very short story about this, because like I said, most of these cases that happen, around, like especially a fresh case, you're not going to get too much information because he's still missing at the time, and they are working along with the families to get as much information as they can as far as what was he going out there for, what direction was he going into, why was he going there, was he going to camp, was he going to jog, was he going to hike, I don't know. And so I'm pretty sure they're working on that right now. But right now there's going to be a huge search in it, just like what happened with the 2 people that was found in Joshua Tree. So hopefully the outcome of this disappearance would be a little different. But we're talking about Yosemite National Park, people. We all know what happens in Yosemite National Park. These people, they just poof, they disappear for no apparent reason, as far as we're concerned. Okay, the ones that know that it could be anything. It could be a portal that opened up, like that one that opened up over California, but a couple of months ago, I think before the holiday. Where everybody's trying to say, oh, it was some sort of government experiment that went wrong, wrong, and it definitely wasn't. What else they said? I think they was trying to also say that it was CGI. Okay, CGI cannot do that. That does not look like CGI. I know for that for a fact, because I have seen enough CGI in my lifetime to know what's real and what's fake. Okay, you can just tell by just the way it was made, how it moves, the clarity of the overlap of images in the, on the screen, all that stuff. You can just tell if you really know what to look for. I do, because I study this stuff so that I won't get fooled by the same thing. And I haven't, and I never will. So, you know how I do, guys. That's what I'm here for. And once again, for the year 2018, I want to thank all of my subscribers for getting me to this point. I am at 1,580 something subscribers, and I hope you guys are gonna be looking at my little cousin's video. If you saw my video on New Year's Eve, you know who I'm talking about. My little cousin got his own video. He talks about this app called Spinrilla. It's a music app. Okay, he talks about it thoroughly. I told him to make sure he, do his homework on it so he can talk about it instead of you just trying to show it on the screen like how I be doing with some of them photos that I couldn't really get, because I don't have no high tech stuff where I can have a screen here that shows the picture and you see me at the same time. I don't do that. I'm too raw for that. But anyway, but yeah, so that was one story about this man, 41 years old. Now this story that I'm going to read about now is about a young college student. He went missing on the 2nd of this month. So that's two disappearances in 1 month, almost back to back. Okay, the 2nd, obviously he disappeared first, and that 41-year-old man disappeared second. So that's the 2nd. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4 days apart. 4 days apart. Very weird. But anyway, now this one actually happened in Los Angeles. The police and parents of a missing 19-year-old college student see, another one right there. That's another criteria. A college student. Okay? This happens all the time with college students. He's very young. He's 19. Most of them are around the same age. Some of them are in their like maybe early 20s. This one is 19, so he's very young. But anyway, wait. My screen is acting up. It's like jumping all over the place. I hate it when it does that. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna read this over again. Police and parents of a missing 19-year-old college student not seen since Tuesday are looking for any sign of the teen. Now, this is something that CBS Los Angeles reported. Now, Blaze Bernstein, which is his name, that's the first time I ever heard of a guy named Blaze before. I heard of Johnny Blaze, which is actually I think a clothing company. But anyway, Blaze Bernstein returned home to Foothill Ranch from the University of Pennsylvania for a winter break. His parents said his friend picked him up after 11 p.m. and they drove to nearby Borrego Park. CBS Los Angeles writes that his friend said he stayed in the park while Bernstein went into the Whiting Ranch Wilderness area. Never go into these places alone. I don't care where you are. If you haven't heard about the missing 411 cases, you need to read up on it. So if you're a college student, I would think you would have known about it, but I guess most of them don't know about it. For them to be doing what they're doing, they probably think that nothing would ever happen to them because it never happened to them before. But that's the ones that really get taken, the ones that don't really know about this stuff. So it's like it just happens just like that. But anyway, now Bernstein's parents says that the friend told them he didn't know why Bernstein wanted to go there. They didn't even know he had gone out until the next day when they couldn't find him. Now, see, well, I'll get to that part, after I read this, because I want to add my own little commentary to this whole ordeal. Now, you see, and the fact that he didn't tell us he was going out tells us he wasn't planning to be gone very long. Bernstein's mother said. You see, and he left behind his wallet, ID, money, glasses, and medication he takes every day. Okay, that's definitely weird. Now, for the second time this week, volunteers with the Sheriff's Reserve Bureau headed out to search Wilderness Park. 2 aerial searches using thermal imaging found nothing. Bernstein's parents and detectives say they have searched the sophomore's social media account, but have not been able to get full access to his accounts because he is 19 years old. The team was scheduled to fly out Sunday morning to return to classes at the University of Pennsylvania. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a weird case, folks. Definitely weird. He's a nice looking young man, very young too, 19 years old, fresh out the box. But how do you forget to bring your wallet, your ID, your money, your glasses of all things if you know you can't see, and your medication that you take every single day. These things cannot be forgotten unless something, and I mean something very likely, meaning some other type of being, I would imagine, could mess with your mind, cause you to forget the things that you need to take so there won't be anything to identify you while you're going out there. Something had to have done this to his mind for him to forget all that stuff. With them, it was done on purpose, but for him, it was something that just happened out of the blue. Maybe he was in a rush and he just forgot everything. Now, most people who are organized, not saying that he wasn't, would have all this stuff near him so he won't forget it. You know, put your wallet in your pocket, put your ID in your wallet. Well, put your ID in your wallet first. Put your wallet in your pocket. Put, your keys, all that stuff. Your glasses, put it on your face so you can see. Why would you go out there blindly, literally blind because you're wearing glasses, and you're going out into the wilderness of all places? It makes no sense. So something doesn't sound right. Okay, now we all know about these cases where people disappear in national parks. Okay, now what could have made that happen? What could have made him forget all of that identification? Anything that could say that's who that boy is, or this is where he was going. Nobody even knew he was even going out there. Nobody knew why he was going out there. Why would he just inadvertently just walk out into the wilderness in the middle of nowhere, and then poof, you're gone? Something got a hold of his mind, because I can tell you right now, from what you've heard in my past videos about the dark ones, they do these things to your mind. They have this ability called submission, where they do these things to you, to where they can do anything they want to you. They'll make you forget stuff. They'll put things in your head to block you from doing the things that you do on a regular basis. On a regular basis. Sorry, my tongue is tied right now. But anyway, but yeah, they do these things so they can take you, do what they want, and if you're lucky, you'll come back. He just went missing, so it's still fresh. The case is still fresh. So maybe, just maybe, he'll be found in a field somewhere with no memory of what happened. And he comes back, he's fine. The parents ain't gonna want to talk. The kid ain't gonna want to talk because he don't even know what happened. So that would mean what? Hypnotic regression, right? Now, if it's anything like Stephen S. Kubacki, I think the S is right, maybe something else, but Stephen Kubacki, he doesn't want to talk because he can't even remember what happened to him, but he knows something happened to him because he was scared out of his mind every time someone even brought it up. So, with him, if he comes back, I pray that he does, but if he doesn't, here's what could have happened to this young man. Just like all the others that I talked about, like Stacey Harris, or all the other cases. He may have been pulled or sucked into a wormhole. But still, the fact still remains, he forgot all of that identification. Even his medication for crying out loud. What that medication was for, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that because I guess that is irrelevant because they're looking for their son, so they don't need to talk about all the personal stuff. But the stuff that he should have had with him should have been with him. But it wasn't. It was all left behind. Why would he do that? Was he in that much of a rush to get out there that he would just instantly forget? Because I can tell you right now, when I'm trying to get to work and I'm rushing to get out the house, sometimes I forget and I have to run back in the house. One time I actually drove all the way out to the middle, on the main road, and had to turn back around because I forgot the one thing I really need for my job, and that's my ID badge. Okay, which is this right here, my ID badge. I got to use that to get into the building. So I forgot this. I had to run back. I had to drive all the way back to the house and come back and get it. He didn't do that. He was on foot, for crying out loud, obviously, because his friend drove out to the area, but he went off on his own. Now, this is the one thing I tell everybody on this channel who loves the wilderness, who likes to go out there into the the woods or the forest or whatever, enjoy nature's splendor. You have to follow David Paulides' guidelines. Now, you know that you have to be with a group, a very tight woven group, with people that you actually trust, who you would actually say that, okay, I trust that person with my life. Okay, true friends who stay in a tight group, who knows about what happens in these parks. And you also have to have a firearm, okay, a sat phone, and a personal locator transponder, or personal transponder locator. I never can get that part right because they both sound right, but that's just the way it's pronounced. It's personal transponder locator. Or anyway, the whole point is you got to have that too, and you got to make sure you have a dog with you. Because they are your protectors. They are there to protect you. And for some reason, people that go out into these parts, they have a dog, they always come back. Why is that? Mainly because we're talking about dogs who are the protectors of their owners. Okay? And there was some other high-level stuff that I heard about with dogs and everything, but I can't remember the exact thing, but I know you got to have a dog with you. All these things you got to make sure you have. Okay? But some people don't because they think nothing's going to happen to them, so they go out there unknowingly. They go out there, that something's going to happen, so, and then when it happens, they be like, oh boy, and it's too late after that. So, but yeah, people, that is a very strange case, and this is pretty much all they had on that because, like I said, it just happened. This young man is young, very young, 19 years old, in college, and once again, like I said, that's a criteria. In this case, he's a college boy. Okay, this is the first college boy I've heard about since I started reading David Paulides' books. Okay, most of these cases happened like in the 90s or early 2000s, maybe some of them in like 1980s. Young college boys that disappeared in these places, like up in these mountain ranges at these little resorts and all that stuff. And it always happened in the wintertime during the evening. But it says right, let me see, did it say exactly what time he disappeared? It said Tuesday. It just said the actual day and the date. They didn't say the actual time. Well, no, he left with his friend at 11 p.m. So this is still considered during the evening, but this was at night. So it happens during the evening and at night. With college kids, most of the time it happens at night. People who disappear in national parks happens during the evening. I've noticed that a lot about that. But yeah, I don't know how is it that he could have forgot all of that. Something had to have subdued his mind or took over his mind for him to be able to go out there without no identification at all. And plus the fact, was he dressed warm? Because we're talking about January. It's cold in a lot of these other places. Look, I mean, you saw the news. It's snowing in a lot of these places. And in California, there's a lot of fires over there right now. Okay, not saying that it was a fire where he was going, but still, it's cold, especially when you're going into the forest. And at night, it's probably like 20 below. Okay, in the mountains, yeah, this is going to be a crazy case. I hope they do find more information on that young man. But, moving on, folks, that's a crazy story. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get to another case. And this one is about the human foot that was found that washed ashore in British Columbia. This is another short one, too, I believe. Yeah. Okay, now this one, like I said, it states, another human foot washes ashore in British Columbia. 13th this decade. The 13th foot this decade. And it says here again, another human foot has been found on British Columbia's coastline. The latest in more than a dozen such grim discoveries over the past decade. It also states here, British Columbia Coroner's Service spokesman Andy Watson said foul play is not suspected. Of course, why would foul play be even thought up when it comes to a foot being found on the beach? That never happens. I've never heard of that happening in any case of a murder. They just want to get rid of the body. They probably put them in a wood chipper or whatever else. I don't know. But anyway. Let me see. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, to be exact, said a man was walking on the beach in Jordan River on Vancouver Island this month when his dog found the foot in a shoe with part of the leg attached. Ooh, boy, that is, wow, that's creepy. Okay, now the body part was seized and the area searched. Mr. Watson said the foot is the 13th to wash up on BC's coastline since 2007, and 8 of the feet have been identified as belonging to 6 people. Okay, now he said none of them died by foul play. When the feet started washing up a decade ago, local speculation was rife was rife with some reports claiming they belong to victims of violent crimes or a plane crash. Okay, first of all, I haven't heard of any plane crashes that happened in that area, so why would there be a foot on the beach because of a plane crash? I'm not saying that planes never crashed in British Columbia. I'm not saying that because I just never heard anything about it. Maybe that's true. Obviously, if they're saying it, obviously it may have happened sometime in the past. I don't know, but that seems still kind of far-fetched, because I would think there would be some type of link to that, but like I said, that's just speculation, like what they said. Now, also, police previously said that there is no evidence the feet were severed or removed from the victim's leg by force. Like say, if someone just ripped the foot right off of someone's leg, from the ankle. Well, obviously, it was broken off if that was the case. So it would have to be something pretty big and pretty strong, like say maybe a Bigfoot. People like to blame Bigfoot for some strange reason. I don't know why, because why would they do that? You never heard of them doing that before. Okay, yeah, they hunt for food. You may find like a deer carcass somewhere in the area where they actually reside, but you never heard of them breaking a leg in half of a human just so they can eat it. No, Bigfoot wouldn't do that. They may survive by eating animals, but they're not carnivores where they devour humans. I'm not saying that's not possible, and I'm saying that it is possible, but I've never heard of that. So I'm ruling that out. That wasn't it. So I would never say that's a criteria or speculation in this case. But anyway, according to some experts, when a human body is submerged in the ocean, main parts like the head, arms, legs, hands, and feet often become detached. I would imagine because of the body decaying, if the person is dead, the water seeps through the skin because of the pores and all that stuff like a sponge, and it probably somehow soaks the muscle to the point, especially we're talking about dead tissue here, so it's probably a lot easier for it to dissolve or to break apart. Say you leave your hands in the water long enough and it starts to shrivel up, or if you leave say a piece of bread in the water, it gets real soggy and it just breaks apart. So technically, if you're thinking about it in that aspect, yeah, that may be possible. I've never heard about it because I'm not a coroner expert, or I'm not a person that deals in this kind of things. I'm just going by speculation alone or thinking off the top of my head. But we're talking about the experts here, so they may say that okay, that may be a theory, but I don't know. That's their perception on that matter. But who's to say? I don't know. Now, the DNA testing linked one of the Canadian feet to a depressed man who disappeared in 2007. The coroner's office called one discovery in 2008 a hoax, saying it was really an animal paw stuffed inside a running shoe. Okay, that is just sick. Really? If you hear about that and you want to make a joke about it, really? People are just so sick. Come on now. People have. We're talking about this foot that may have belonged to a loved one who was trying to find out what happened to their family member or their husband or a friend or whoever, and you want to make a hoax about it to just mess up people's minds in that area, saying that maybe all of these things are hoaxes. But okay, we're talking about an animal foot inside of a shoe, but we're also talking about human feet that's found in the shoe. So that kind of rules that out too. But still, that's just very horrific. I don't know why someone would even do something like that, but there are some sick people out there. So, yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a crazy case with that. But yeah, guys, 2018 has started off pretty crazy already. We're talking about 2 major cases that happened in the national park. One, by the way, is Yosemite, one of the biggest places for this stuff to even happen. One of the main places, to be exact. So I'm glad I was able to start your year off right with some of the most craziest cases out there. That's what I'm here for. And I once again want to thank all of my family, my YouTube family, for helping me get to this goal. 1,580 something. I'm probably at 90 something right about now. I just haven't checked it. You know, I'm making that a habit for me not to actually check my views all the time or my subscriptions all the time. But I can tell you right now, the interview, you know, of the woman who had a very strange experience in Brown Mountain National Park, 40,000 views, people. 40,000. That means you guys are listening. Even the naysayers who try to say, oh, this is a hoax, yeah, whatever. Anyway, the whole point is you're listening, you're getting the she's getting the information out there. And for those who have been asking, what about her friends? Well, they haven't contacted me yet. They wanted to, but they, like I said, they have families, all right? And they're thinking about their families first. So I want to make that well known to everybody out there who asked that question. They, like I said, they wanted the male that was with her wanted to talk, but you know, like I said, he has a wife and he has kids, and they have been harassed by the Park Service. Okay, so naturally they're gonna be a little, you know, on edge about this because it has happened to me. There was a black SUV parked outside my house right around the time when this first started. I first posted the interview. Okay, but it was already out there. It probably had already gotten a couple of thousand views at that point. So why would you even outside my house? Don't make no sense. It's done. It's a done deal. They already know. They seen it. They heard it. Okay, so you don't need to be outside my house. My neighbor told me about this. Saying it was a black SUV parked in front of my house. For all I know, it could have been in the driveway too. You know, but by the time I got home, it was already gone. So I don't know. But you want to know what? I ain't scared. Okay? I am a truth seeker and a knowledge seeker. That's what I do. That's why I have this channel. That's why I'm doing this for all of you, my friends, my family, my YouTube family. You know, that's what I'm here for, to give you the truth, even if you don't believe it. The whole point is, even if you don't believe it, it's still out there for the ones that may still believe it or catch on to it and say, you know what? He's right. I believe this stuff. So it is for them people too. And even though you don't believe it, at some point you're going to have an experience. And you're going to be like, you know what? I can't believe it. He was right. I've had that happen already. You know, people, because I have a family member that bought a house in the area where the Brown Mountains are. And one of my other family members was telling him that a lot of disappearances happen over there. So he's starting to believe it. I told him, he said he was going to watch my channel and kind of catch up on some things. And maybe he'll think twice about going anywhere near those areas. So, like I said, getting the information out there is very important, you guys. That's what I'm here for. And I'm here for you. So if you need some truth brought into your world, that's what you come here for. To find out the truth, to hear the truth, to listen to the truth, to watch the truth. It's right here. Oh, and another thing. For those of you that are probably very fascinated by the whole dimensional portal thing, there is a video out there right now of a guy who has a laptop and a program and this little device that looks like one of those speakers that they had, those little portable speakers that light up, you know, have all those colorful, like, fluorescent colors in it, you know, like rainbow colors. You know, it actually was able to open up well, this is the video. I'm not, you know, just for the naysayers out there or the ones that may not still believe it, but I do know that it can be possible if you pick up the right frequency and you can open up something. People won't believe it because they don't think that it's actually possible, but you know, that's your opinion. But this thing literally opened up a doorway to another part of this planet, like in California, I believe he said. But I'm gonna put the link in the description box below after this video is over, and you're going to be amazed. And now, for the ones that knows CGI when they sees it and knows reality when they see it, you're gonna be like, wow, this is crazy. And the way he was moving the camera and the way that thing shifted, it looks like it's right there in the middle of his darn bedroom, you know, and it looks like it could be real. It was, you know, it don't look fake at all. I'm just saying, you know, I'm giving you my personal opinion about this. And like I said, I've seen a lot of CGI in my time, especially on YouTube. And this is not CGI. I'm just telling you. Wormholes are very possible. And if you pick up the right frequency, that can happen. Okay? I'm not saying I've seen one. I've seen a light kind of form over my bed, who I thought may have been a spirit, but I think it might have been one of those portals, because it kind of reminded me of what I saw. Where it started out as a dull, like, light, and then all of a sudden it just opened up. Now, it didn't happen in my house, but I did see that dull, oval-shaped light, and you're gonna see that in this video. That's how it starts out, but it just didn't open up all the way. So I hope one day I will get a chance to see one. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I wanted to make this video very special because it's a brand new year, a brand new day, and everything is just brand spanking new. Life itself, everything. You know, we're starting over new with a new year, new goals, and my goal was to make sure that you got a brand new, fresh case, you know, from the parks and all this stuff. So I did it. I'm glad you guys are happy. Well, you'll be happy when you see the video, obviously, but still, I'm happy to be here for you guys to post new information about these people that's disappearing in national parks or turning up missing, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to keep pushing for more. I'm going to keep bringing more for the year 2018. That's what I'm all about. So never fear. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep, you know, making it happen, and I want you guys to keep making it happen for me, because my goal right now is to get to 2,000 subscribers, and I know you guys can help me get there. Share the videos, tell people about me, and I'm working on getting a new t-shirt made up, you know, of the actual logo on my channel, and I want to have it put on a t-shirt, you know. So that's going to be my new logo, a new t-shirt that I'll wear every once in a while, so you guys can just see how glorious it looks on the t-shirt. It's gonna be great. I can't wait, but I gotta wait until I can, you know, get some things straightened out before I actually do that. But anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just excited. You know, it's a brand new year, brand new case. When I first heard about it, I said, oh wow, Yosemite. That's probably the first one I've read about in a very long time. So I was very happy about that. So that's why I'm all giddy right now. You know, I'm wide awake too, so I'm hyped up. But anyway, guys, once again, I got to go. It's late. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna watch a little TV, eat some ramen noodles, you know, do whatever, you know. And hope you guys are gonna have a great day today. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot about this. I got some new days off. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday. I know that's why I like to focus my posts around on my days off. Now I got Thursday, Friday off. So I'm gonna try and get a lot of videos in on those days. If not Thursday, it will be Friday. So that's when I'll be posting most of my videos on that day. Or if I feel like I can do it, I'll do it during the middle of the week, because I told you I like to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Excuse me. Wow, sorry about that. But anyway, I want to try and get those videos in the same way I have been before. But you know, a lot of things have been changing at my job. My time has changed. So I'm going in at 3 to 11:30 still. So, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to even try to post a video during the day, because I have to be to work by at least 1 o'clock. So yeah, 2 hours early, get that overtime in there. So, but I will make sure I try to get as many of these videos in as possible, because you know, I'm not here to let you down. I'm here to make sure I get those videos in, so you'll have something to watch. And I see people have been still watching them, even the ones that are old. So I thank you for that, especially the ones that just found my channel. So welcome to all the ones that I haven't contacted yet or haven't contacted me. And for the one that said that they want to find out a way to get in contact with me, I haven't seen your email yet. So if you're watching this video, you know, I got my email. I sent you the information on my email. So if you got the time to email me your phone number, do so, and I will call you. And if you need something, if there's something you want to talk about, I'll call you and we can set up an interview. If you want to be interviewed, it'll be totally anonymous, just like all my other ones. Or if you just want to mention your name, if you don't care, I'll do that too. But first things first, it will always be anonymous for the ones that don't want to mention their name or anything. Or if you want to give me a fake name, I don't care about that either. You know, that's cool. I'd rather for you to do that anyway. But like I said, if you got something you need to tell me, you know how to find me. Hit me up with an email and give me your number, and I'll call you and we can set something up or whatever it is you want to talk about. And well, you know how I do. So I'm gonna end this video right now because I'm rambling on again. I apologize, but like I said, I'm just so happy. It's the new year and I'm doing okay, let me stop. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Aloha, mahalo, and a hui ho. See you later, guys.